the selection. Your choice couldn't be more important. Our candidate is in flattering lighting, full bright color. Their candidate is in grainy high contrast for a telephoto lens from behind a bush, coming back from God only knows where. Our guy.
Does this election season have you in knots? Well, join my restorative yoga session and stretch out those political tensions, because even your chakras need a break from those commercials and advertisements. Let's go. Hello, welcome to A Minute to Unwind with Monica. Today we are focusing on a restorative yoga session where we will try to get rid of some of our stress and tension that may be caused from election day coverage or the political season that we are definitely in. What you might need today for our session is definitely some kind of blanket or towel. If you have yoga eggs or yoga blocks, you can go ahead and grab those. I like to use this airline pillow for when I'm kind of have my face down. So if you have something like that, or you can even use a towel and fold it. Just a couple different kinds of pillows. And if you have a bolster, or maybe if you have another yoga mat, that might help, especially a soft one. And I'll give you a few minutes to pause the video and go gather your material, and we'll get started. So let's begin in Sukhasana today. And in order to get as comfortable as possible, you want to take that pressure away from your lower back. So probably want to grab a blanket or a towel and fold it to your liking, and just go ahead and place it under your sit bone. And I also have one of these boyfriend pillows here. I'm going to put my spine up against the wall so that I am not having my head kind of forward as we tend to do when we're on our cell phones a lot. So we'll start off in Sukhasana. Place your hands on your knees, palm down, whatever you prefer, in heart position. And you want to make sure that your pelvis is in a neutral place. So I feel like I'm still might be a little bit too low. You can fold your blanket so that it's comfortable for you. Definitely want your knees down or close to the mat as possible. Right, and focus on your deep, slow breaths. And just take the time to thank yourself for being here today. We'll set our intention for relaxation and just letting go of that stress caused by the political advertisements and just the hatred and division that some of those commercials may bring out. Start off with doing some box breathing, really focusing on inhaling, holding that breath, exhaling, holding that breath. So we'll start off with a big inhale. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, exhale. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, inhale. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, exhale. 2, 3, hold. 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and continue your box breath a few more times. And this time, I would like, when you do your inhale, to just breathe in all that mudslinging we hear. Hold it in and let it go. Breathe out those accolades and some peace. And breathe in the rhetoric and the hyperbole. And breathe out trust and peace. One more time, breathe in and hold. And breathe out. You switch your legs, crossing the other way. And inhale. 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. This time, when you inhale, let's breathe in that division and hatred that you may be feeling. And breathe out unity and connectivity. Hold. And this time, breathe in all that misleading information or untruths you may be hearing. And breathe out what is really happening, truth and honesty. And hold that and continue to breathe in. And hold. And remember that goal today is to relax and let go of any stress. Take some time with each pose and really focusing on relieving that stress and tension that you may be feeling right now. Let's go back to a more carefree time in your life when you were not so worried about the results of elections, the political turmoil, a time when you can laugh and smile at some of the commercials that you may remember. Go ahead and laugh. Great stress reliever. Think of an ad that was actually funny. Feel free to laugh or smile as you think of other things that can relieve some of that stress. You probably feel a little better already. Now, staying with the idea of going back to a secure place and time, let's use that to relieve some of the tension in our lower back and shoulders where we tend to hold it. And while we reconnect with the feelings of support and trust by curling up in Balasana or child's pose. So what you want to do to make the most of this pose is to take a bolster or a big pillow or your blanket and put that on an incline in front of you. If you have some blocks, you can put those under to raise your bolster up a little bit so that it's comfortable for you. You may have to explore for a little bit. And then we'll make your legs out just a little bit so that you can get as close to the bolster as possible. And we'll sit back on our calves. Make your legs, they feel good. You shouldn't feel any pressure. You can raise your feet a little bit if the mat is not squishy enough. Maybe use a blanket under your ankles to kind of help with that. And you can also, if you have a face pillow or a towel or something like that, you can put it here so that your nose is not all smushed into your bolster. And we're just going to bend forward, continuing to inhale and exhale. And resting your arms down on the mat if that's not quite high enough. If you have some extra towels, an extra blanket, extra blocks, something to put down there. You should not feel it in your back. You shouldn't feel any tension or any stress, any soreness. If you do, move a little bit. Breathe in a little bit, see if you can get it out, or just go ahead and move. Right. So we will stay here and just relax. And as you are relaxing and breathing, let go of the thoughts that come in, because they're going to. And remember to change those thoughts into some positive thoughts. You want to come up quietly or slowly. If you had blocks on your arms, you can move those out of the way. Place your hands down on the mat. Gently lift your back and your hands. Move your mat, things off of your mat. Right, and another happy place for me is to be outdoors, especially if there's running water, no television or cell phone dinging distractions. To bring us to that place today, we'll gently drape our bodies in a curvy pattern over props, so just like flowing water. Over stones in a brook. So this pose is going to support the back of your neck to allow the throat to soften. It will open up your upper back, kind of to break down the walls created around the heart, to open all that up. It'll target the sneaky areas that we usually protect, where the tension and stress seems to live, in our throat area, our heart, definitely our stomach. It's known to reduce fatigue and helps lift your mood when you're feeling down. So to get into our pose today, this mountain brook pose. So you'll want to sit between some blankets and a bolster, maybe even using this roller to put underneath your legs. So let's start off first with our blanket. Put it kind of in the middle of your mat. So you're going to want it kind of in between your middle back and your lower back. So to take the stress off and to open up that chest area here. So about right here is where you're going to want it. And then to produce that ripple effect down here, you can get a roller or bolster. I think I might use this. It's a little bit softer. And put it under your knees. All right. And then you can rest your head if you have another pillow or another blanket or towel to put your, I think I'll actually use this one down here to open up that throat area, keeping your head down. And so it should feel comfortable. If your lower back feels too arched, you can go ahead and maybe remove one of the blankets or adjust that. The goal is to feel your heart lifting while your shoulders and your lower back relax. Remember not to clench your jaw. Your facial muscles nice and loose. And just relax. Start to have a little bit of movement. Slowly draw your right knee up. Give it a hug. And let your left knee meet it, and give that a hug. Your shoulders relaxed. And extend your right leg back out. And put them both back on the mat. Move your bolster or blanket or roller, whatever you had there. And gently roll to your right side. And this final pose before Savasana will start and end in that fetal position where you are right now. And that's always a secure, supportive place to be. And we're going to do a restorative twist with a bolster to help protect us. And this supine spinal twist will help untie some of the physical, the mental, the emotional knots you're experiencing during this election time of year. And more specifically, it's going to help relieve the stress in the back muscles, side muscles, and stretching the muscles between our ribs. It'll help with some tension headaches you might be having because you're going to take that tension away from the upper back and neck area where we, again, hold our stress. And as all the muscles are relaxed, you should be able to breathe more clearly. So you should be able to really open that chest as you're laying down. Slowly sit up just a little bit, enough to put your bolster down the middle of your mat and make it kind of even with this right hip right here. You may, if you need a little bit more lift, have a blanket nearby or my fun pillow. And what you'll want to do is you're going to take your legs, put them out in front of you, bending those. And you may still be kind of in that position with your feet going back and your knees going to the front. And your hip is still up against the bolster. And you're going to gently lower your body down with your hands kind of first. And then you'll feel, go down this way, you can feel the twist in your spine as you lay your stomach and the right side onto the bolster. It's going to look like this. And you have some option with your legs. You definitely want to make sure that the tension is off of that lower back. So I adjusted my hips to go back just a little bit so that it's comfortable. Your legs can go out in front of you or to the side if you want. If you want more of a stretch, having your elbows and your forearms down on the mat, or you can put the blanket over it, kind of drape it so that it will give you a little bit more lift here on the torso, but then also bringing the arms up just a little bit. Okay. You can always have another pillow. Again, make it as comfortable as possible for you. Your head can look to the left, to the right, have it down, whatever is releasing the most stress for you. Trying to keep that chest nice and open though. right, slowly start to move your arms forward towards your body, and as you gently push up, you'll be switching over to the other side. Take your time. And you're going to go ahead. You don't have to move your bolster. I'm going to move mine just so that you can see everything. But this time you'll have the bolster next to your left hip, and you can put your blanket back if that was comfortable for you last time. If not, just adjust it so that your sides are the same, and then you will push your legs back towards the wall or out towards the end of your mat, and your knees forward. Be sure you're still comfortable in your lower back and your hips, and remember to open up your chest as much as you possibly can, and your head can either face to the right or to the left or straight down on your bolster. Continue to breathe and relax. Gently, quietly start moving your arms and your hands closer to your body and making your way back up into your seated position. For our final pose today, which will be relaxation in Shavasana. And the practice of relaxation in Shavasana is one of the healthiest things you can do for yourself. The focus in Shavasana is to completely relax the body, activating the parasympathetic nervous system to rest and digest, allowing you to rest in a profoundly healing state. Learning to relax and breathe well will help you stay centered in the midst of days filled with multiple commitments, and will help you recover from nights when you had less sleep than you need, and to help you relax through this stressful political season. So today in Shavasana, you are going to need your bolster as a way to prop up your legs just a little bit, and a way to help take that tension off. We worked the lower back a lot today, and we want to make sure that we are being nice to it. So we're going to prop our legs up on the bolster today in a way that, of course, is comfortable for you. Experiment for a little bit. Should feel a little bit of a pull in your hamstring, but not too much. That is painful. Nothing should hurt today. Everything should be supported. You may want to go ahead and prop your bolster up a little bit to give you a little bit more of the inversion. You can use your blanket as a pillow if you would like, or if you want to cover up, you can use another pillow or a little bit to support your neck and head. If you need anything under your hip, feel free to add that as well. Again, take this time to find your place of comfort. Your arms can go out. Your arms can go on your stomach. Whatever is best for you. Okay, so just take that time to get in your final place of rest, and remember to continue to breathe. And we'll rest here for about 5 minutes. can slowly start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, moving your hands and feet first. Maybe stretching out your arms, bending your legs. Move your bolster aside. And when you're ready, you can roll over to the right side. And slowly take your time, make your way back up. And you can take a few deep breaths. And meet me back in Sukhasana. Okay, and take a few deep breaths. Reflect on your intention today. Note how you're feeling right now. And remember, your goal for today during this practice was to let go of the stress caused from day-to-day life and the extra stress of this political season. As you go on with your day and into the next few weeks, remember your intention for relaxation and the release of stress by taking in those ads around you, accepting them, and then releasing them with positivity, unity, truth, relaxation, and peace. Continue to carry that sense of calm with you in your day-to-day outings with others. And thank you for coming today to take that minute to unwind. Namaste.